Thanks for watching the Council in Brief. I'm Susan Kennedy. We're here with all the news of the Montgomery County Council for this third week in June. The first White House Hispanic Community Action Summit was held right here in Montgomery County over the weekend. White House officials and other local leaders came together to discuss various policy issues like the economy and healthcare and how it affects the Hispanic community. The event was held at Blair High School and attracted more than 250 participants. Council Vice President Nancy Navarro was instrumental in organizing the summit.
I have to say that, of course, education, immigration, and entrepreneurship were the big topics. A lot of interest in economic development, a lot of interest in support for small businesses, a lot of interest, of course, in the newly announced change in policy that the president put forth for undocumented youth. So it was an amazing day. I mean, there were a lot of youth, also a lot of volunteers that came, and it totally met and I believe exceeded my expectations in terms of how this community responded.
On the heels of last week's Shaping Our Future Adapting to Change session on transportation, Council President Roger Berliner has come out strong in his position on acquiring funding for bus rapid transit. Mr. Berliner says if Montgomery County is not able to secure funding from the state and federal government for the project, the county should consider funding the project itself.
We cannot be dependent on either the state or the federal government. We should, to the extent we can, control our own destiny. So to the extent to which we believe, as I do, that rapid transit is so fundamental to our county's future, we ought to take this on and invite the state to help us, invite the feds to the extent there's federal help to help us, but not be dependent on their help. Be prepared to go it alone if that's what it takes to get the job done.
Councilmember Phil Andrews says he wants the county to expand its hiring of folks with disabilities. Recently, the council passed legislation that provides a hiring preference to veterans and those with disabilities who rank among the highest in the group of applicants. However, Mr. Andrews says the current merit system is inflexible and impedes the county's ability to hire those with disabilities directly into certain positions.
Under our current charter, we cannot do what the federal government does. So we need to amend the charter to give the county the ability to establish by legislation a system where we can bring people with significant disabilities who are qualified for the positions into jobs that will serve the public. And so this is the logical next step.
In other news, council members received an update from County Health Officer Alder Tillman on the general status of the overall health of Montgomery County. Among the topics, access to programs like Montgomery Cares, emergency preparedness, and teen pregnancy.
For emergency preparedness, which is also has a unit in public health in the Department of Health and Human Services, we have focused on three areas with our federal funding. One is in terms of outreach to vulnerable populations. We've worked with community-based organizations in terms of helping them prepare others to be safe and to be ready for disasters.
And finally, students from Argyle Middle School in Silver Spring got to show council members what they know about robotics when they brought their very own R2-D2s to this week's council meeting.
Today we're showcasing our best and brightest students who have excelled in robotic engineering. At Argyle, they expose students to the field of technology by offering courses in robotics while also giving students hands-on experience in the field of engineering.
Their creativity is what really won. This is the Firebot, and what it's designed to do is once you light a flame, it senses the flame, a candle, it senses the fire, then bingo. Nice, right?
Well, that does it for this edition of the Council in Brief. I'm Susan Kennedy. Thanks for watching.